Alright, here we are again with Necros, and we're working on making an Amptgaurd legal arrow. As you can see, he's already started. We're going to use the whistling arrow from last time, which was like 5 minutes ago. And he's already cut a tip from the noodle, which
you can see it's beveled, as I described earlier with this one.
Right.
So you can kind of see the similar representation there.
Right. And again, with the complete one, the bevel only goes up to about here, and then the rest of it is camping mat, so that when it hits somebody as hard as it can, you know, it doesn't really hurt them. Well, it stings like a mother effer, but still, it doesn't really hurt them. As you can see, Necros is loaded, so if you're going to mug one of us, mug him. But,
actually what I'm looking for is a penny, because on the end of this, you want to build it up to the diameter of a penny, but also you're wanting to tape that penny to the end of it, so that way it doesn't ram through your foam as easily.
Right.
It won't destroy your arrow.
Right. Now, I didn't see him actually do this with this one, so, you know, whatever.
I'll have to replace it sooner or later.
And there's Lena again. Say hello, Lena. She already said hello, I guess. But, yeah, so, as you can see, you just layer tape after tape around it until it's about the diameter of the penny.
Sometimes it's good to go back and forth like this so you don't use up as much tape. It makes these little bumps in it. And it also gets better traction on the inside of the foam. So you don't have to worry so much about replacing it as soon.
Right, but eventually every Amptgaurd arrow is going to be replaced.
And
so,
weapon in general.
Yeah, every weapon in general is just going to be replaced. Just because, you know, it's...
time, wear and tear.
Yeah.
Everything gets old.
And I apologize, because I went through and I looked at the last video, and I realized that, you know, it wasn't as loud as, you know, I thought it would be recording it. So, I apologize if Necros wasn't clearly heard, or this time. Just because I know I am, because I'm holding the camera and I'm right behind it. But he's a little bit of ways, just because
it's a little hard for me to get right up on the camera
without it being awkward and dropping his phone. Yeah. But so there's Lena again trying to be adorable, and she's succeeding. She's a little camera shy. But yeah, so it's just as simple as this. You grab a piece of noodle, mega or otherwise, and do that. You make one of these.
It's probably easier, more aerodynamic to use a smaller piece of foam.
Right, it's easier to do that and fly a little bit better because, you know, again, you still want this to hit the enemy in the chest or leg or anything, really. Just be happy that it hit the enemy most of the time.
Yep, especially considering that the majority of the people at Amptgaurd are not that accurate. Some are, but not everybody.
Right. If you ever run into a girl in brown garb, fear her. She aims for the crotch. I'm not joking. Anyway, back to this. As you can see, he's now putting on the green noodle around it, and it's nice for it to fit snug and everything. And as you can see, the penny is on the top, and you should be able to just, again, hold the...
Say hello, Abe Lincoln.
There he is. Immortalized in the Amptgaurd arrow. But, again, you do that, and then after that, you take the camping mat, which is, well, okay, first you tape that on clearly, because you don't want that falling apart. That's kind of one of the most important pieces. As you can see, we use yellow tape because, you know, that's what we have.
But duct tape.
Yellow duct tape. So it's still just duct tape?
Duct tape in general.
So, duct tape in general is your best friend during Amptgaurd, while making an Amptgaurd weapon.
You take it and you kind of wrap it around like so, and you bring it back up the other side.
Right. So
go to the opposite direction on the other side. See, that's making a nice little cross there.
And of course, you want this to go, and you don't want that to move at all. So use as much duct tape as you think before it'll stop moving. So
let's be safe.
You want it to not move at all. You want that to be on there. You want that to be able to bounce off people, the ground, the trees.
If it impales somebody, it's on you.
Right. Right. And
we take no responsibility for injuries incurred by your weapons.
Right. So,
it's best to follow directions.
Our arrows should be perfectly safe, and if not, you'll get an apology letter from our lawyers. But that's about
that's about it.
That's about it. So, as you can see, we take the camping mat, then we take an X-Acto knife.
Or utility knife.
Or utility. And then just cut a circle about the same size and diameter as the other one, and then you just pop it out. Like a cookie cutter.
Doesn't need to be 100% accurate.
Just because it's going to be surrounded by tape anyway.
Yeah,
and then cloth.
Tape will make it around.
So, really this is just so the tip of the arrow doesn't, with the penny, doesn't just like push through and stab you in the face. or chest, or wherever you get hit.
Yeah.
And typically you want about 3 of those, because camping mat's thick, but
not that thick.
Not that thick. It's not going to stop the arrow going.
Now, as a courtesy, a lot of Amptgaurds will put a half of like a little kid's throwing ball on the end of it, a foam one.
The foam ball would. It's a courtesy thing. We don't.
It also makes it more aerodynamic. It does fly farther, but these ones hit with more of a punch.
Right, and we're not that nice, so we go with this version.
These are easier for disarming people as well.
Right. Oh, quick fact: if you hit somebody in the hand while they have their weapon, it's called hand-on weapon, and they get to keep their hand.
It's like
so aim just below the wrist.
Indestructible gauntlets around their hand.
Exactly. So always aim for the wrist. That's the only advice I can give you there.
No faces.
No faces.
No
necks.
Out
no
of
necks.
Out of courtesy, no testicles, please.
Right. Avoid the crotch, especially if you're an archer. Don't be dicks about this. Get it? Dicks? I'm sorry, that's immature of me. But, still, seriously,
totally
in all seriousness, I've been shot in the crotch like 12 times with an arrow from point-blank range, and it sucks ass.
We are pretty tenured members of Amptgaurd, and we know the pain those people feel.
Right.
When it happens, especially if somebody has an under-padded arrow. That is no fun.
Right. So, 1, make sure your arrows are padded. Like, again, you can have the courtesy half sphere. We don't, just because, we like you to know that we hit you.
And we also like to know that we hit you, because we don't like sloafers. And sloafers are the guys that say, "Oh, I didn't get hit," when they got hit.
Right.
We don't like liars. It's a very honor-based game.
It is.
If you lie, we will swarm you.
We will. I've done it.
It's funny. Everybody laughs.
It does happen. Now, again, if you make your own arrows, we only ask that you put enough padding to where, you can safely hit somebody. And we don't care if, it causes them a bit of pain. It's supposed to. It's an arrow. But we don't want them to, walk away bleeding, essentially.
Yes. No blood.
No blood. Oh my goodness, Lena, what are you doing?
If you leave a bad bruise or blood on somebody, not good.
No. And the Reeves, who are pretty much gods on the field, will boot you.
And also, this has to either be wider or not fit through the diameter of a 2.5-inch ring.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want it to fit into somebody's eye socket.
No, that'd be bad.
That would not be good.
That would be very bad. That'd be worse than the bruise or blood. Now, what we've been trying to do with this is trying to get a whistling Amptgaurd legal arrow. Usually as, maybe just a signal arrow, like some courtesy thing, like, oh, we're attacking now because of the magic arrow that's whistling at your face. But, maybe not your face, but, your group. So we'd like an announcement arrow, and we're still trying to perfect that. If you guys come up with anything, please tell us.
New ideas. Actually, you can be awarded for creating new technology for Amptgaurd.
Right. So you putting it back there? Because I remember that's how I broke it.
Yeah, well, you just kind of have to bump the arrow a little bit as it comes out of the bow. So that way, we spare ourselves from losing yet another ping pong ball.
That is true. I did destroy the last one. Unfortunately, it wasn't ours to lose. It belonged to the cats. So the real victim here are the cats.
Poor cats.
Yeah.
Do I feel sorry? Not really.
No. I couldn't feel less sorry, honestly, if I tried. And there's Casanova, who's very camera shy. I think he's everything shy, but still.
Nah, he's not the shy one. It's Charlie that's the shy one.
There.
Charlie's the shy one.
Right. Charlie is another one of Necros's cats, and we're going to test this arrow even without the cloth. Again, we have 8 half-built arrows. As you can see, we left it the exact same. We left the little workshop area the exact same way as when I ended the video last time.
5 minutes.
Yeah, again, it's only been 5 minutes. So, don't get all huffy at us about not cleaning up. Alright, so, fun fact, the oldest weapon we have in our repertoire is Tyler's staff.
Yeah.
Currently.
Because my sword broke.
Right.
We had a heavy sword.
Our first swords and everything all went... Okay, as you can see, that arrow neither whistles nor flies properly, so we're going to have a look at it and see if we can fix it. And, we may need to build a new whistler. Just because that one decided to chew at it. But, again, this is all trial and error as far as the whistling arrow goes, but that's pretty much how you make an arrow. You just pad the strap the way we showed you, and that's how it's done. Next time, I'm hoping we can do a sword, just because I brought an awesome core. Most cores are either PVC or bamboo. Or golf club, depending on how small it is. But most people won't allow metal. Or, no, well, everybody won't allow metal. We won't even allow metal. Unless it's a golf club and it's a short sword. But
and please, when you go to make a core, don't fill it with stuff like sand or metal. The only thing that ever has metal on it is an arrow. You can have a metal shaft and the penny. That's it.
Right. So this is, again, all for safety. We don't want to accidentally crack somebody's dome because of this. So this is all safety all the time. The core I brought is actually a piece of wood, one of those bamboo swords, So it's, well, we wouldn't be able to take it to the main group. This is our group we're talking about. We're a little more hardcore here. So as long as it's properly padded, it's fine by us.
Would this whistle work on a string attached to this? Maybe.
It might. I mean, if you take it through the center hole.
Yeah, that way it wouldn't bounce on this as much.
Well, it would initially, but it wouldn't like throw off the trajectory.
That's why I'd have the ball sitting here in hand.
Right. It wouldn't like throw off the trajectory or anything.
Yeah.
It'd whistle, and then land.
Yeah.
Possibly safely and everything.
And you might even get it to do a little twirl, so you get a kind of effect.
Right. Well, let us know if you experiment with anything. I'm going to end the video here because, as you can see, we just demonstrated how to make an arrow. If you don't like the way I've been camera shooting, please let me know. I mean, honestly, I noticed that I wasn't filming some of the stuff sometimes. I tried my best just to... It whistled a little, but again, I think the reason it doesn't work with the bow is because it bounces at the end.
Yeah.
So it throws it off, and then it just refuses to go from there.
It does not help having a big Amptgaurd head at the end.
Right. It throws it all off, and it may not even reach proper speeds to go. Okay, so next video, next build a video, which is what we're going to call this segment. We're going to do a sword, hopefully, and it's going to be from the wooden core. Now, again, we recommend PVC or something if you're going to, or golf club, because again, the wood is frowned upon in regular Amptgaurd. This is strictly our group's weapon sort of deal. It's probably going to be mine. I'm going to put it up in a tournament sort of deal, but still, I'm probably going to win it because best on the field, bro. No, I'm kidding. I lose plenty of times, but best in our group.
Yeah.
So we're gonna definitely have a look at it.